Hello, and welcome to the final project for ENG 6. We are the group Card Game 19, and we chose to recreate the famous card game Uno. I'm Nikita Johnson.
I'm Camila Soltero.
And I'm Arslan Ahmed. Let's get right into our project.
So we chose to remake the Uno card game where you try to play out your hand with either matching the color or the number, and the first player with no card wins.
So I handled most of the coding to get the gameplay down, and I also synced up the images of the cards with the in-game card names.
I also did a lot of the coding. I implemented many functions, including the ones needed to place the cards and then to do speak between the two players, as well as the table displaying the card the player just used.
I didn't do much of the code, I did some, but I mostly ensured that we implemented the rules correctly and handled much of the outside stuff. I wrote the project proposal, and I also wrote the script that we're reading from right now.
With that being said, let's get a quick demonstration of our Uno card game. So we won't run a complete rundown of we won't run the complete game because that would take too long. So we'll just show you the main stuff in action.
All right, and you can see on the main screen there's a rules blurb that Camilla will click. And I wrote this quick rules blurb so that people can know how to play the game, just general rule stuff. And then at the bottom, I also mention some of the quirks of our game and how they work. So after each placing card move, you have to click the press button, and then the other players will appear on their screen.
Here, you select player 1 or player 2 before hitting the Let's Play button. If you choose player 1, the screen will appear. Just give it a moment and the second screen, and vice versa.
As you can see, the placing cards, both of the starting cards are the same for both players. Just for the presentation of this video, it's going to be on the same computer, so it's easier to present. And when I place a wrong card down, like suppose a yellow 8, it doesn't place it down because it doesn't work. It has to be either a blue card or a card that has the letter 1. And if I put the right card down, suppose I put in, let's see, if I put on a blue 2, I can place the card down because it makes sense. And ThingSpeak takes a bit of a while to load up. And you can see in the table that I can see that I place a blue card down, and then once it's the other user's turn, it's their turn.
So once the other user goes, they're going to press the button, which will translate the new current card. As you can
So,
see,
sorry, go ahead.
just a quick demonstration before we head over to one screen to show the you lose or you win.
Yeah, so like she was saying, eventually when the game ends, there's a you win or you lose screen, which Camilla made, and I added sounds as well. They're not going to play in the Zoom recording because Zoom doesn't record sounds very well, but they are there. And we'll just skip forward to the end because this can take a while. All right, so now you can see we're nearing the end of the game. Camilla's placing the last couple of cards. There you go. We won. Awesome.
Yay.
All right, so now Arsalan, let's check out the code.
Oh, so let's check out the code now. So we're going to go through it piece by piece and give a general overview of each section. Also, when at the as you can see on the bottom left, you can at the screen, you can see 2 buttons, play again or quit game, which allows the user to do whatever, by the way.
Yes. All right, so starting up top of the code, you've got the general properties of the app like buttons and labels, and then that's followed by some functional properties like who the players are and what the current card on top of the stack is.
And the following section sets the current card on the top of the stack, pulling from the indexed image library of the Uno cards we sourced from.
So the next part of the code handles multiplayer interactions using ThingSpeak. So this part of the code includes setting which player you are and the me player tag and other functions. Other functions were here that set the current card and whatnot.
Yep. And then next, there's a startup function that connects our ThingSpeak to our app designer code with the channel ID and the API keys that I got from my TA, and also adds the necessary minor delays so that the game can run smoothly.
After that, we have a couple of functions that outline what happens when you press Let's Play and Play Again, and the Quit Game button. The most important button in this section is the Let's Play button, which sets up the 2 players and their cards.
So next up are the functions for drawing and placing cards. These were one of the most hardest parts of the code because you had to like make it interactive, and you had to, this is where you had to apply the logic. Like, do you draw for especially for a place card? Can you place the card? Can you not place the card? Which was pretty hard. So there were details in there which cards you can put down and what unique cards there were, like the wild card and the draw two and the other and going to the other game state.
And then the last section here covers the creation of the visual elements like the buttons and labels, as well as the construction and deletion of the app. And then just a quick blurb into our other app, which is basically a copy, which is the player 2 view. And it's basically the same thing.
And that's about it, though. So the project wasn't easy, but we worked hard and learned a lot throughout the process of making Uno.
We hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching.